After last weekend, the Hendrick Motorsports team is having a difficult time. Teams were docked points, crew chiefs were replaced, and officials were enraged. And all of the adjustments appear to have an impact on Hendrick Motorsports' race at Atlanta. So what's going on with Hendrick Motorsports? Want to know? Then join us as we delve deeper into today's video. But before that, please subscribe to our channel and hit the like button for more whereabouts on NASCAR. Before we get on to the part of this Sunday's race, let's take a look at the penalty situation that impacted Hendrick Motorsports' performance. NASCAR took away 100 regular season points and 10 playoff points from each Hendrick team. Each team was also fined $100,000, and crew chiefs Rudy Fugle, Alan Gustafson, Cliff Daniels, and Blake Harris were banned for the next 4 races. The total fines are the biggest in NASCAR history, and the team has said it will fight them. The same punishment was given to Justin Haley in the Colleague Racing number 31 team, and they also plan to appeal. Hendrick says that NASCAR gave the team the parts and that there wasn't clear communication about how the louvers should be made. Hendrick also didn't like the example that NASCAR had set with the way it punished people. In the past, NASCAR found out about rules violations after a race, not during a practice like this. NASCAR, on the other hand, thinks it has been clear in its messages. The penalties hurt the Hendrick drivers and Haley in the standings. Haley went from 60 points to minus 40 points, which put him in last place. Alex Bowman drops from 1st to 23rd, Byron from 4th to 29th, and Kyle Larson from 5th to 32nd in the standings. Chase Elliott, who usually drives the number 9 car for Hendrick Motorsports, won't lose any driver points and is moved from 29th place to 26th while he heals from a broken leg he got while snowboarding. He's expected to come back around the same time as Gustafson, who is his crew chief. However, officials from Hendrick believe that the team is in a precarious position as a result of the new spec parts that were introduced for the 2023 Cup Series season. There have been inconsistencies between the parts that the team expected to receive and the parts that they actually did receive, as disclosed by Chad Knaus, Vice President of Competition at Hendrick Motorsports. Because of this inconsistency, the organization is currently facing a number of challenges. Knaus stated the following during the interview on Friday in Atlanta. "To tell you the truth, this is a horrible circumstance not only for our company, but also for the entire industry as a whole." In addition, the HMS Vice President argued that the team alone was being held accountable for their actions. He was of the opinion that all the single-source vendors should share the responsibility for delivering such components. He said, "Nobody is holding the single-source providers accountable to the degree that is necessary for them to be in order to provide us with the components that we require. Now, this is sent through NASCAR Distribution Center and the NASCAR approval process. However, we are not receiving the correct parts." Hendrick Motorsports made the decision to file an appeal against the fines after considering these grounds. In spite of the penalties handed out to the drivers, Hendrick Motorsports is maintaining a positive view for the remainder of the season. Hendrick Motorsports has made the announcement on its own interim crew chiefs. As a consequence of the event, each of the HMS crew chiefs was fined $100,000 and given a suspension for a total of 4 races. The decision has been made by Hendrick Motorsports not to appeal the ban. In addition to that, they have disclosed the interim crew chiefs for each of their 4 entries. Kevin Meendering for number 5 Kyle Larson, Brian Campy for number 24 William Byron, Greg Ives for number 48 Alex Bowman, Tom Gray for number 9 Josh Berry. As we move forward in the video, tell us in the comments, what are your thoughts on the decision of Hendrick Motorsports not to appeal the ban? Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and click the bell button for more updates. So what went wrong at the Atlanta Motor Speedway? How did it turn bad for Hendrick Motorsports? Hendrick Motorsports has won 16 races at the Atlanta Motor Speedway, so it wasn't likely that they were expecting a bad race last Sunday. Even though the team has done well in Atlanta in the past, only 2 of its 4 drivers were able to finish the race. Kyle Larson and William Byron were both taken out of the race before they got to the end. In Sunday's Ambetter 400, Alex Bowman had the best finish for the team. In the final stage, Bowman was close to the top 10 for a lot of laps, and he finished the race in 14th place, while Josh Berry came in 18th. But Larson had the worst luck of the 4 because he ended up in 31st place at the end of the day. While leading the Ambetter Health 400, Eric Almirola's number 10 Smithfield Ford Mustang had a right rear tire blowout. He had to quickly turn around and get in front of the huge group of cars following. Kyle Larson, who was in 2nd place, Tyler Reddick, Justin Haley, and Daniel Suarez were all involved in the accident, which damaged their cars to different degrees. This happened when, after avoiding a multi-car crash on lap 191, race leader Eric Almirola burst a tire right in front of Larson. Larson smashed into Almirola's car after being unable to avoid Almirola's out-of-control vehicle, therefore ending his day in Atlanta. Frustrated by what happened, Larson was heard yelling at someone over the radio. He said, "I swear, man, no expletive luck at any of these expletive tracks." Larson and Eric Almirola were the most severely injured in the incident, requiring both drivers to withdraw from the event after receiving post-race penalties in Phoenix. The former finished outside of the top 30, while the latter came in 30th place. During the interview after the race, Eric Almirola told Fox's Pockrass about the sudden blowout of one of his tires. "Just baffled to end our day like that. It's really disappointing." It's hard to say anything bad about Kyle Larson's recent bad move. The first two races of the 2023 NASCAR Cup Series season have been like a roller coaster, with 2 DNFs and 2 top 5 finishes. Late on Sunday at Atlanta Motor Speedway, the 2021 champion was still in the running until he wasn't. This year, Chevrolets won the first 4 races, and many people thought that would continue in Atlanta. After qualifying, it was clear that the Fords were fast. The top 8 spots were all taken by blue ovals. In the third stage, the track got faster and more aggressive. Larson was one of the people who moved up, and by the middle of the stage, he was in the top 10. Still, Eric Almirola's car crashed on lap 53, and the HMS car, which was in second place, was involved. The number 10 car, which was in the lead, had a tire blowout and crashed into the wall. The HMS driver talked to the media about what happened at the end of his day, a few minutes after his usual stop at the infield care center. He told Bob Pockrass, "Yeah, it was very boring until the third stage. Then for some reason it seemed like the bottom lane was starting to make progress." While Chase Elliott's replacement Josh Berry was involved in the multi-car crash on lap 191, Berry had to make several pit stops because he had taken a lot of damage. He finished the race in 18th place. NASCAR put the drivers' reactions to the accident on YouTube. Eddie Jaunt, Berry's spotter, was upset by what happened and yelled into the radio, "Ugh, we're wrecking. Son of a expletive." Berry, who was angry, replied, "Damn it, man, we were just beginning to understand." The race was hard for everyone, not just Bowman, Berry, and Larson. William Byron finished his race in 32nd place. He and his teammate Josh Berry were both involved in a crash with several other cars on lap 191. Byron's car was badly damaged on the left side, unlike Berry's, so he couldn't keep going in the race. And if we look at who won, Joey Logano was the one. Before Sunday's 400-mile race, Logano had won 31 Cup Series races, but none of them had been at Atlanta. He made a big change to that column by leading 140 laps and making a risky move to pass the leader, Brad Keselowski, on the last lap to win his 32nd race. Brad Keselowski has worked hard for many months to bring RFK Racing back to the top, and he has had some great races this year. He was in the lead for 47 laps on Sunday and was close to winning. So that's all we've got for today. We hope you enjoyed it. Tell us what you think of the video in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We hope to see you in the upcoming video.